I signed off this morning to the proposal we have to present to the Congress a request for additional funding for a new vaccine that works.
Well, there is a new coronavirus variant that is causing more new COVID cases across the country.
The possibility of schools closing down due to a COVID outbreak.
And cases are starting to pop up around the world.
We know that, as you all know, vaccinations against COVID-19 remains the safest.
COVID cases are going up again.
This one has 36 different mutations.
We are going to be encouraging Americans to stay up to date on their vaccines.
There will be another pandemic. That is a certainty.
Today, we're going to be having an urgent talk about the very serious possibility of lockdowns returning and what you can do to prepare for them. This is a topic that will be very soon having an enormous impact on your lives, so stick with me all the way to the end so I can share some prepper wisdom with you before it's too late. Let's do this. Before we unlock the truth about lockdowns coming back, go ahead and smash that like button, subscribe, and turn on channel notifications. Make sure that you never miss one of these urgent updates from all of your friends here in the blockchain bunker. As we saw in the opening clip, Biden has announced his plans to ask Congress for an additional funding package for a new COVID-19 vaccine. When asked in a press conference for more information about the vaccine, White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre said on Monday that the Biden administration encourages everyone to stay up to date with their nations. Zip, zip. What are we up to? 8 by now? Have you not caught on? Did you catch that? The Biden administration is openly telling us that all the powers that be have developed a new vaccine, one that you'll be encouraged to accept even if you've already had the old one. Now, a few things stand out to me about this. The first is that saying that you'll need to take a new vaccine even if you already have had the old one, they're openly admitting that the first vaccines did not work, which to me seems like it should be getting a lot more attention. The second thing is that they are going to encourage everyone to take it. Very strong encouragement indeed. And we will all hopefully remember how they encouraged us last time. There's no telling how far they might go now. Lockdowns could come back. Vaccine passports, mandatory vaccinations, who knows? Ultimately, they might even roll out a central bank digital currency or CBDC and then have the ability to take your money away from you if you refuse to accept this procedure. Kind of like the way that Canada took away the bank accounts of those brave, patriotic truckers who started a freedom convoy to protest the lockdowns in Canada. Good old comrade Justin Trudeau was quick to declare a state of emergency and take away all of the rights he could from truckers.
The federal government has invoked the Emergencies Act to supplement provincial and territorial capacity to address the blockades and occupations.
Don't fool yourself by thinking that this couldn't happen where you live or that it couldn't happen to you personally. That's a false narrative to operate off of. If the last flu season taught us anything, it's that these governments will always use a crisis to expand their power. And if there isn't a crisis, they will create one to expand the powers as they wish. The final thing that caught my attention is that they expect this new vaccine to be ready in mid-September. The mainstream media has already started talking about bringing mask mandates back. Restaurants are taking away physical menus again, and I know from firsthand experience that live music venue industry is gearing up for restrictions to return in the short term. There is no time to waste here. You have to act fast if you want to be ready, so let me give you some wisdom on how to prepare yourself for whatever happens next. First, crypto is freedom. Getting your hands on some established, highly liquid crypto like Bitcoin or Ethereum can be a great way to ensure that you can retain your physical sovereignty and make sure that the government can't zero out your bank account once they collapse their own banks. Beyond that, I think strategically. Make sure that you have provisions for yourself and for your loved ones. Get them now before there is a huge rush and before these things become too expensive or too scarce to find. What made me the most money in my life was being prepped with basic necessities before the pandemic lockdown started. I was able to put a lot of money that would have otherwise been wasted on buying toilet paper and hundreds of dollars a roll into Bitcoin, into Ethereum, into XRP, and into Polygon. This can make you a killing, and you can set up your family for the care that they are going to need through tumultuous times. You don't have to choose between the two either. Another tip I would give is have a little cash on hand to take advantages of great opportunities when they come, because there are always ebbs and flows to markets. It's hard to tell what's going to pump most until the bull run really starts, starts, or at least until it gets close. There could be new projects at launch or other major market catalysts that you just can't foresee right now. So it's wise to always have some of your dry powder for those right moments. Finally, bringing back downs would obviously have a huge economic implication. If we have another economic collapse from new pandemic shutdowns or these bank collapses, it could cause a Federal Reserve return to their policy of infinite quantitative easing. Once again, in crypto speak, money printer go brrr. 80% of all US dollars in existence have been printed in the last 22 months, from $4 trillion in January 2020 to $20 trillion as of October 2021. So, if the last pandemic unleashed an ocean of fiat doom printing, imagine what might be in store following in the next lockdown. Hold on tight. Let me know down in the comments how you see all of this playing out. Will there be mask mandates, lockdowns, passports, or do you think this is overblown and there's nothing to worry about at all? Also, let me know what crypto you're going to be picking up if the world goes back into a pandemic, if we get that massive buying opportunity where real generational wealth can be created. And until then, stay safe, stay prepared, and stay crypto. And remember, the Drewth is out there, my friends.